What's the rush? Administer just to us. I don't give a fuck, cause who they gon' touch? You run up on me, won't even discuss the thing.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another motherfucking story time with Sue. Hold on, you guys. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little pissed off because I just made this a whole ass video and the fucking whole entire thing just deleted. So now I gotta start all the way over. But on the bright side, at least I can use this to put in the parts that I guess I was missing, but I am blue as hell because ain't shit like doing a whole 45-minute video, setting it all up and everything just for the stupid motherfucker to delete. But you know what? I'm gonna redo it anyways. Period. A setback is a something waiting for a motherfucking comeback, a better one. So this is gonna be better than the last. I'm fucking talking about devil trying to stop me, but bitch, you ain't still at my shine. So let me go all the way back. So I think I left off at the part where see, I didn't finish the whole fucking story. I don't even remember, y'all. I think that I left off at where we was stealing out the stuff. But before I get into it, do y'all see this growth, honey? Y'all see that shit. Y'all see it. Look at that. The shrinkage is real, baby, because this hair is trying to grow. I ain't buying it no more. But anyway, let's get into it. So okay, so yeah, I was running out of food stamps at the time, and so we ended up going to the store, and we would have to act like we was using my WIC card to get like baby food and shit like that, and actually like act like we swiping, baby food whole time. We trying to get some food, so boom. So the night we ended up getting caught, I was really fucking sick as shit. I was so sick. I could not stop throwing up. I was just really sick, and I can't figure out. I don't remember why. I think it was because I wasn't really eating much. I don't know, but I was really sick, and I needed to put something on my stomach, and I could only eat light. So answer a call. Hold on, you guys. Okay, y'all. Sorry, I got my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I saw I was getting a call, but okay. So yeah, so we was swiping the food as if it was WIC food, and so we thought we was off scot-free, y'all. So we had ended up getting the girls some like ravioli because we was staying at the hotel at the time, and we just didn't have no food. So we were staying. We went and we got them like 2 cans of ravioli, and I had like a salad, and we got ready to walk out the door, y'all. We thought we was off scot free. Man, the motherfucking people that worked there, they had came up to us. It was like 3 people. It was like a lady and like 2 guys and shit like that. And they was like, yeah, we're gonna need y'all to come with us. I'm like, damn. I'm like, well, shit, fuck it. Ain't nothing we could do but tell they ass the truth. Hell, we homeless, we hungry, the motherfucker. We trying to do the best we can. We ain't got no motherfucking money, and we trying to feed our kids and me, shit, the fuck. So we tried to explain this shit to them. They did not give a fuck, y'all. When I say they didn't give a fuck, because mind y'all, let me tell y'all, we was in a town full of, like, nothing but white people. Like, I ain't trying to be racist or nothing, so we was the only black folks. So, you got some racist people. And some people just don't give a fuck about your black ass. And shit, they showed us that night. They was like, yeah, no, you gonna walk out with the baby food that you came here to get. And so, boom, we ended up being hungry that night. Yeah, we ended up being hungry that night. Thank God that the hotel served breakfast in the morning. Then we ended up talking to the people that was helping us out with the hotels and shit. And they ended up, giving us a couple of dollars. And they told us, like, bro, why you don't just ask for help, And my thing is, I don't like asking for help because I feel that I feel like when I ask for help, sometimes there's been times where I gotten cussed out for asking for help. There's times where people just, they close a lot of doors in my face and stuff. So I be scared to ask for help. So I get to a point where I panic and I go into anxiety mode because I feel like nobody's gonna help me. So I don't like asking for help. They was like, you should just ask us. We could have, hooked y'all up. We don't got no problem helping y'all. We know y'all situation. But I was like, man, understand, but I just feel like too, like, I don't get money like that, so shit, I ain't rich, and I know that, like, I don't know when the next time I'm gonna be able to, out of this situation, to be able to pay you back type shit. So I felt bad. So boom, we ended up getting help. We didn't have to but we did, I ain't gonna lie, we got banned from that Walmart. So that was pretty fucked up. Okay, what happened next? Y'all, I cannot believe I made this whole video and I have to think about everything that went through this fucking story. So we was in and out of staying at the hotels. So like we stayed at the hotels for like about maybe a month, and a week or something like that. And then so in the time that we was staying there, y'all, like I said, some people don't like black people, and that's just shit. That's just how it is. So we were staying there for a while. Some people didn't like the fact that we was staying there and that people was helping us and being so nice to us for so long. And some people were being the like maintenance people or whatever. I don't know. I think it's the people that go in, the people that clean the rooms. So I guess they had went in there, and mind you, all the sheets, the blankets, the towels, everything was like white. So it was 2 beds in the room, and the kids would sleep in one room. Me and my children's father would sleep in another bed. So the one that the kids slept in, mind you, I have babies. They're not gonna keep white. That's just law. Like ain't no kid in this world you finna tell me gonna keep white. That's little tiny ass babies. No way possible. So the kids would make messes on the bed sometimes, like if they drinking juice and the juice go down their face, or if they are eating chips or something. We in a hotel room, we gonna snack in there and shit or whatever. So they was like that. So one day we got a complaint, and they was like that the kids had ruined over $300 worth of sheets and blankets and stuff, and that if they ruined some more blankets, we would be getting put out of there. We'd be having to get asked to leave, which I thought was fucking crazy as shit, because y'all see what the hell we going through. There's nothing that we can do. So I started stressing about that. And like I said, 1 week we in the hotel. Next couple of days we in the car. Next week we in the hotel. The next couple of days we in the car. And so they started threatening for us to get put out. So I stressed about that. And then I stressed so much at one point, y'all, during all of this, that I really thought that I was going to lose my baby. But as y'all can motherfucking see, my baby's A-okay. He's there. Everything's all good in the hood. So he my biggest blessing. And so, so I guess the people that didn't, that kept saying that if the kids were staying, the stuff was racist or whatever. So it came a point where they didn't like the fact that the people kept paying for us to stay at the hotel while we was waiting. The only reason that the people was paying for us to stay at the hotel was because we were supposed to be in the shelter. But the shelter, they kept saying, was full. So at one point they ended up doing like the intake and shit, where they put our name on the list and signed us up and made it seem like we was going to be going in that day. Whole time they kept saying, oh, you'll be here in the next couple of days. And every time I kept calling every single day, oh, well, we gotta wait for this, we gotta wait for this person to leave, we gotta wait for them to do this, we gotta wait for this and that. So it kept getting extended. So and then like I said, y'all, they didn't have a program going on yet to where we could stay at a hotel or anything, where they could pay for us to stay at a hotel. So some random people was paying for us to stay at the hotel. And so we were staying there on and off. And then, like I said, some people got jealous, or they felt some type of way about the fact that the people were still paying for me and my family to stay at the hotel. So they ended up telling them that they could no longer pay for us to stay there, like, or that they would put them out or whatever, which was like bogus as hell. And they knew our fucking situation. So we didn't have a choice. We ended up having to leave, be stuck out in the car for a couple of days. And we kept getting strung along with the shelter shit days. I'm trying to think. So the people that was helping us stay at that hotel, they ended up being nice enough. They was like, fuck that shit. We not finna watch y'all suffer and deal with that shit. So they ended up paying for us to stay at a different hotel for like, it was like for a few days. I think it's like 5 days or something like that. So we stayed there, and then finally the shelter was like, they started getting where they could, get the funds to pay for people to stay at the hotel. Like I said, it only comes around like a certain time of the year or whatever. So they ended up paying for us like 2 nights at the fucking hotel. I'm like, 2 nights? 2 fucking nights? So they paid for us 2 nights at the hotel, and it wasn't the one we was at. This was a different one. This was like a Super 8. So we stayed there for 2 nights. It was already like a bunch of like creepy guys out there. The only black guys that was out there was like Africans and stuff. Like, they didn't even speak English, and it was barely any of them. And it was a bunch of druggies. Like, the area that we was in, it was a bunch of people that was like not even off of crack. Like, they was doing a lot of meth and a lot of heroin over in the area. So it was scary as fuck. So yeah, we had to stay there for 2 nights. So boom, the 2 nights fly by, and we still ain't got nowhere to damn go. So we back to the motherfucking car, right back to square one. I'm stressing the fuck out because I'm tired of sitting up. 1 minute we got a place to go, the next minute we don't. I'm tired of being cramped up in the fucking car. This shit's just insane. I'm tired of the kids having to go through this. It's not fair, And so I'm not gonna say much about my children's father, but with him being there, he complained majority of the time, but he also wouldn't do anything to try to like fix the situation. Like, he wouldn't try to get a job to try to help us out of the situation. He wouldn't try to ask anybody to help us financially, like his relatives or anything. It was all on me. So I felt like I had a lot of pressure on me. It was times I would tell him to leave, but I'd tell him to go, stay with his family and stuff like that, because he had it to where he could do that, but he just wanted to continue to, for whatever reason, he didn't want to leave. He wanted to still, because he knew they was going to make him work and stuff like that, and I guess he didn't want to work, and so he wanted to continue to mooch for free off me, because he knew I was about to get my place soon. So he was complaining, making it a living hell for me. So I was stressed a lot about that, because I ain't gonna make it about that. So anywho, we ended up so the shelter ended up one day, they decided to put us in a different hotel, but this time they wanted to put us in a motel. So something told me to read them fucking reviews, y'all. All I seen was bed bugs, roaches. I'm like, I'm not about to sleep my ass in nothing that have bed bugs and roaches, being pregnant, and I'm not about to let my baby sleep on shit like that. Then we got to keep coming in the car. Then everything that's in the car is going to get contaminated. We got to lose every fucking thing. Oh, mind y'all, let me tell y'all. In the process of doing all of this, so I had ended up renting, my mama talked me into renting a fucking, what the fuck you call that shit? She talked me into renting one of those like storage units. where you get like 1 month free. So boom, I didn't even get 1 month free. I sat there and had to put like 70 something dollars down up front, and then like before the end of the month they was sitting up talking about I gotta pay them 270 something dollars, y'all. 270 something dollars, and I didn't get my free month. Like, what the fuck? So I ain't had that type of money per month. Excuse me, y'all. I didn't have that type of money per month. So I ended up, they gave me a hard time because I left some important documents in there, and they gave me a hard time to try to get them out of there. They told me that I could pay $100 and I could get what I can, what could fit in my car. Other than that, when I say I had my bed in there, my couch, my kids' clothes, my kids' shoes, my clothes, coats, shoes, all that, everything, everything. I lost everything. They had auctioned all that shit off, so I lost everything, y'all. So I was only able to grab like a few items. I was only able to grab like my TV out of there, my important documents, and that was it. I wasn't able to grab shit because I already had a little bit of stuff in my car, like a few clothes and stuff like that. But that was really it. I just had a couple of clothes and just some stuff that could fit. And so I lost everything. I was stressing about that. And then, like I said, so boom, back fast forward. The shelter ended up deciding they was going to put us in another hotel, but the hotel had bed bugs and stuff. And I told them that they had bed bugs. They talk about, well, unfortunately, we don't have no other option for you. So boom, they was like, either sleep in there with the bed bugs or shit, just don't. I chose don't because I refuse to, like, come on now, bed bugs is hard to get rid of. Don't nobody got time for that shit, man. Hell, I'm already fucking home, so I ain't got time for that shit. So we slept in the car. I was upset, I was angry, and then by the next day I was calling them trying to figure out what was going on. Could we get another night at like a Super 8 or something? Or they was like, no, they couldn't do that. So boom, slept in the car again. And finally I caught them that next day. Oh, so around this time, around the time that they had the funds to put us in the hotels and shit, I got my voucher, but it wasn't necessarily a voucher because it's a whole process that you got to go through to get to it. But I ended up getting like this thing for like the meeting, basically to start the process of getting my voucher and shit. So they finally was like, oh, guess what? I was actually about to call you. We finally have a room for you available. And so I'm like, well, goddamn, fucking finally. So I'm like, I didn't want to stay at the shelter, but I'm like, at least I have somewhere stable to stay at while I'm waiting for, you know, my place and stuff like that. So at least I won't have to keep going back and forth to the car, back and forth to the hotel, to the car, to the hotel, to the car. Cause that shit gets tiring, you know? Nobody want to live like that. Then you got your kids with you. It's fucking stressful as shit. So, we end up going to the shelter. It was better than the first shelter that I ever stayed at, but it was a shelter. A shelter is a shelter, and it's not, excuse me, it's not like a hotel. It's not fancy. It's a fucking, just what it sounds like. It's a shelter. It was a lot of people in there. They had like a lot, majority, I ain't even gonna say majority, all them motherfuckers that was in there was off drugs, like dead ass, except for the people that worked there. It was a lot of women that had kids on one side, single mothers, and some of them was like so it was two separate buildings. The building that the single women was in a building where like they had to be on like super lockdown, and they had it so locked down that you can't even have your phone in there because some woman apparently, someone took a Snapchat video and her dude or something came and found her and tried to kill her. I don't know what the hell ended up happening. Hold on, you guys. Okay, y'all. So, yeah. So, The side that we were on was the side with like, it was just a bunch of, I guess, single people, and we was like the only family that was in there. Like we had kids and, you know, the baby daddy and me. So we had like our own private, you know, little room. It's like, it had two bunk beds in the side of this room and little dressers. It was kind of like a jail cell. It was kind of horrible, but at least we had our privacy. We had a door we can close and lock. We had a key to it and everything. The only problem was, that you have, you have to share a bathroom. There is a and then the people that was in there were like nasty. They were big. Some people have been there for like a year, 2 years, just months, just not trying to do anything. A lot of people got in there and got comfortable. So they had like they had I'm sorry, y'all, thrown off. So this They had two bathrooms. They had one bathroom that was like in the front, and they had the other bathroom where you take a shower and shit like that. Mind you, it was filthy. It was this one guy that was like just big as hell, and I think something was like mentally wrong with him, or it was the drugs that would get to him. But this guy, for whatever fucking reason, he likes to go to the bathroom, and whenever he takes a shit, he shits all over the fucking toilet seat. So now can't nobody use the fucking bathroom. Then he don't even have the decency to clean the shit up. They had the showers. The showers were absolutely horrible. They had like the little shower head. They had like the little thing that connects to the little faucet, and you gotta hold it to clean yourself. They had and it's nothing that can hold it up. Like you have to hold it in one hand and use your rag to wash your ass with the other hand. It was crazy. The shower had like hair in it. It had blood on the floor. Just nasty ass, filthy, horrible. It's horrible. And so like a lot of the people in there, like I said, did like crazy ass drugs. They did pills, they did meth, they did heroin. They did so much shit that I was just now learning about like what the fuck it is. So because it was so many creepy ass people, and majority of the people that was in there on that side was men, I would only go to the shelter to sleep, to shower, and everything else I would do in the car, because they had it to where you had to sit out, you had to eat with everybody. Like you had to sit your ass down with all those people and eat. I didn't want to eat around those people, and they fucking weird and disgusting. And it was like a guy in there, only one other person in there. It was a guy, and he had a kid. He was like a single father, and he had like this big ass dog. One day somebody thought it was a brilliant idea to fucking drug the damn dog, and the dog gave the dog a fucking fentanyl pill or some crazy ass shit. The dog was acting crazy, y'all. Then it was some new people. It was a new couple that came in. They was older, and they was like fucking in the rooms. They would come out into the living room area. The bitch was sucking his dick in front of everybody. Y'all, it was too fucking much. So I would make sure that I kept my kids in the room the times that we were there. Or, like I said, we was in the car, and we would go to the park, and we would sit in the park like literally from days until it was time to go in for the curfew. And I think the curfew was at like 9 or 10 o'clock. And we would only come in like 5 minutes before the curfew. We would go in that fucking room, sit in there, and just sit and go to sleep. We had a TV, and we ended up bringing the TV up there, so we would just watch it in the room. Like, y'all, it was too much, and you wasn't even supposed to have a TV in the room. But we got blessed because we had little babies, and I kept explaining to the people that worked there that I am highly uncomfortable with my babies being around all these strange people that do hella drugs. Yeah, I'm not okay with that. Then the living room is like shared, so it's not like you get your own privacy, your own time. No, everybody in that motherfucker be up in there sitting around. And like I said, so I had the only room that was like in the front area. So every time I go in and out the room, to use the bathroom or something, everybody can see all in the room, see what the fuck we doing, seeing us laying down. It was just, oh my God, it was so much. It was horrible. I hated it. I had to get the fuck up out of there. I don't know how some people just got comfortable with the idea of it. So, boom, the days are going by, and the days was going by, and now, the only good thing I could say is the people that worked there was really nice. They try to make it as comfortable as possible. I just couldn't get with it. Like, they would give us fruits and stuff like that. They would give us clothes and stuff, but it wasn't my type of vibe. I like my own privacy. I don't like when I open up the door, I have to look at fucking strange ass crackhead people, and y'all gotta see me and I gotta see y'all every time I go to the bathroom. It was just so uncomfortable. So I ended up, the things started progressing, but then again things was kind of backtracking for me. So like it wasn't so easy. Like the day, it may sound easy by just saying, oh, I went out and I just be gone from day to night, but no, in within that time, like we had no money to really do shit. We had nobody to really hang out with. We would just sit there. So in that time, I'd be stressing, I'd be smoking, or shit, sitting up and just trying to figure my fucking life out, praying to God. It was many times, many days I cried. Because I didn't like, I couldn't stand it. My children's father was complaining majority of the time, but he wasn't doing anything to help. Like, shit, I'm trying the best I can to bring some money in and all this shit, but he ain't doing nothing. He don't want to do nothing. They was throwing jobs left and right, but he wouldn't accept them. It was very highly fucking stressful. And like I said, I stressed so much, I thought I was going to lose my baby. So I would smoke. And, in the time that we would be at the park through rain, snow, sleet, and hail, it was a time where, like I said a couple videos back, where we was damn near Black Lives Matter. We got the car towed, so then we ended up losing the fucking car, having to walk everywhere in the fucking heat. And that was even more stressful, because once we lost the car, then we was forced to be stuck in that fucking shelter, and we didn't leave that room, so it kind of just felt like we was in jail. We was confined to the fucking room. It was hell, y'all. It was fucking absolute hell. Then yeah, I ended up getting my car back a week later, through all the hell that I went through. And then around that same time that I got the car back, I was getting my calls about, hey, you about to get your place soon. You know, I had already found the place, but I was just kind of waiting for the inspections and everything to go through so that way I get the place. So before I got the car back, I'm celebrating because they just gave me good ass news. We ain't got to be staying in this shelter no more. I get my own privacy again. So I'm happy as fuck. And this is supposed to be a time to celebrate. My baby dad is just, I knew it was time for him to go at this point, because he had me crying sad tears, because he was more focused on things like how the car was gone. He was the reason why the car was gone, and he arguing with the people and shit like that. And if I didn't call them and apologize, I would have never got my shit back. So it was a long ass, crazy ass situation. We argued. I'm just like, you know what? If we're gonna have a disagreement about some shit, and this is a very, very big moment, and you're like, I see that you ain't happy for me. You trying to make this a shitty moment. You don't need to be around me. So I knew motherfuckers didn't need to be in my energy. But yeah, so that shit ended up happening. So it was me and the girls celebrating, because I'm like, shit, the fuck everything else right now. We got a place. We don't have to keep going from place to place. We don't have to sit here. And so I was really fucking happy. And so a couple days later, boom, it's moving day. I packed my shit, and I'm talking about, I was so happy. I got up at like 3-4 o'clock that morning, got in my car, packed up all my shit, and fucking left. Didn't even look back, y'all. I got the fuck up out of there, and I sat outside for like a couple of hours while I waited to get my keys. I was thirsty as fuck to move in and get the hell away from that place. And so, hold on, y'all. Okay, sorry, y'all. I didn't know what the hell that noise was. That was just like very fucking random as shit. But, so, moral of the story, I finally moved in and I didn't have to worry about that shit no more. Thank God. I got the fuck from around there. Yeah, and then I was just like, while we was down there though, I met a lot of those addicts and I would just like kind of talk to them and ask them, how the fuck did you even find out that that shit even exists? Like, what even is that, y'all? I was terrified because I was just like, damn, we around all these people that's doing this shit. I don't want nobody to try to turn me to this shit. And I definitely don't want this shit around my kids. So that was another thing that I was fucking stressing about. But once I finally got my place together and stuff, I was able to relax and ease my mind. And that was the best part of everything. I don't know what that noise is. Somebody got to be outside dragging something. But anywho, yeah, so that is about the end of this story time. It's too many weird distractions going on. I don't understand what the hell that noise is. But anyway, yeah, that concludes the story time. I ended up getting into my place and everything happened, and I started single motherhood. It was a little hard and a little scary at first, but shit, life is great. I'm happy as fuck because I am going to have this baby very soon. I ain't gonna tell y'all when. I ain't gonna tell y'all when, but just know that very, 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 very fucking soon, I will be doing a little. I'm thinking about it. Don't quote me on this, y'all. I'm gonna try the very best that I can because I don't really know how to do those type of videos. But I'm gonna try to give y'all a little labored little video. So y'all can see a little bit of, just me in the real. Like, y'all can see me in the moment doing shit. Y'all can see how much of a thug I am because I'm about to do this shit by myself. So, I mean, hell, y'all gonna be my supporters because I ain't gonna have nobody in the room with me, just me. So, yeah. I got that to look forward to, and so do you guys. Thank you for staying tuned. I don't feel discouraged this time. I'm just pissed off that I made that whole fucking ass video and I had to redo it, and I'm trying to remember everything. So I hope that I remembered every fucking thing. But that concludes the whole motherfucking story of being homeless part 2. That shit was rough. I'm gonna tell y'all that was hard as hell. And the main thing that was the hardest about it was, for one, the kids being there, and for two, me being pregnant because, excuse me, having the kids in the car and I can't like let the seat back and relax. Like, I got to sit up like this. My body's growing. I'm sick on and off. I don't feel good, stressing. Oh my God, it was so scary, y'all. It was so scary, but I'm telling y'all, my son is one of the biggest blessings of my life because he held on through all of that, and I don't even know how. Like, I got some strong ass kids. But yeah, I will see y'all in the next story time. I love you guys. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for the support. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, or don't. Thank you to my haters. Thank you to the people that support me. Thank y'all for real, for just listening. Bye, y'all.